Hello and welcome to October 16th, week 25. Yes, I am extremely tired today. So, last night I stayed up trying to edit a video. I did not add music to it. I was going to do that today. I didn't have to edit the video last night, but I kind of got into this listening to one of my YouTubers that I always listen to, and I was bored and not listening. I wasn't bored like listening to her. I was bored like just only listening to her. So I was like, let's edit a video. And I didn't want to add music to it because I figured I could do that on a different day, because adding music to a video is really tedious because you have to find the right music for the right video. You don't want to repeat the same music in each video consistently. It's just a long process. But I slept really late today. I woke up around 9 and took the dogs outside, obviously. Or the dogs, the cat. Basically, I went outside, woke up at 9, took the animals outside. Then went back to sleep. Well, I tried to go back to sleep anyways. And my body was telling me, hey, get up. You're hungry. You need to hydrate. You need to do this. But my mind, I am so mentally drained. It's like all up here. It almost feels like I'm getting a head cold again. That's how drained I am. But I know I'm not getting a head cold. I mean, I could be getting a head cold. It's like 80 fucking degrees today as opposed to like 70. I hate freaking summer weather in the fall. It's almost going to be Halloween and it's 80 degrees. I hate that. And like, to anybody who loves the heat, please take it away. Please take the 80 degrees weather away. But no, it's supposed to be like about 60, almost 70 on Tuesday, and then it's going to stay almost about 70 in the high 60s, low 70s all the rest of the week as of Tuesday. I'm hoping that this is the last, I'm hoping tomorrow is the last day of 80 degree weather, because this is ridiculous. I can't keep going up and down with this. I get depressed when it's hot like this. I really do. But my point is, I'm tired today because I woke up because my mom was texting me. And I knew I needed to get up because I had to do things around the house. Like, dishes are a daily thing, so I'm not even going to mention that, like, for the 15th zillion time that I've mentioned it in my vlogs. But I have laundry to fold. But what killed me today is I've been meaning to deep clean my fridge out for, like, I don't know, months and months and months. And I just kept putting it off because it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. And finally today, I saw something weird on the bottom of my fridge. Not fridge, freezer. And I'm sure it was like leftovers or something that leaked out on the bottom of my freezer. But it was like, I don't know. It was disturbing me. And since I'm in the nesting phase, like that little spot, I could have just moved the container over and then wiped up that spot in my freezer. But I was like, no, this is a good opportunity. I should deep clean my freezer and my fridge. So I took everything out, deep cleaned it, and then put everything back. And I did sit down to clean my freezer, though. I did sit down to clean my freezer on the floor on our, what is it, foam padded rug, kitchen mat. Foam padded kitchen mat. That thing's actually really comfortable to sit on, though. Now I understand why my pets like to lay on it. But, no, so just doing that little bit, because I had to take some of the drawers that were in the fridge out and wash them in my bathtub. So I had to run to my bathtub and do that. Not run, but you know, I had to go to my bathtub because my sink is full of dirty dishes, and like from old leftovers and just old stuff that was in our fridge that we really didn't need in there. And I baked dinner last night, so I have the dishes from last night's dinner. But it's amazing how, like, just doing that little bit, which normally would not wear me out. And I know that it's like, well, one, I'm 6 months pregnant with triplets, so anything possible is going to wear me out. It's getting to the point now where just walking from one side of the house to the other is starting to tire me out. It's so funny. And I'm laughing because it's like, I'm so used to being able to just get up and go. Like, even walking from my house to my front gate, because my neighbors, my neighbors are so kind. They brought us some deer sausage because every year they go deer hunting. Well, they go hunting for different things, but they made deer sausage. They were up too late making deer sausage, and I'm always very grateful for that, because I love. Last year they gave us some deer sausage when we first moved in, when we really didn't know them, and it was really good. I mean, it was really, really good. So I do have stuffing. I do have a box of stuffing I can use as a side dish. I put it in my freezer, though, so I'm not going to eat that, like, right now, which is good because I was trying to figure out my meals for the next few days. I get my next food stamp round on the 26th, and I still have frozen chicken in there. I have 2 meals that I have to make with the chicken that I'm not going to defrost today because we have leftovers that we still have to eat. And then we have a frozen lasagna in there if I don't want to cook on Tuesday, because Tuesday's my doctor's appointment and I may not feel like cooking. But at least we have the chicken, and now we have deer sausage, and we might, I don't know. I found hamburger in my freezer. Did not know we still had a pound of hamburger. I was like, sweet. So we have a pound of hamburger. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. It's like just walking from my front door to the gate wears me out. And it's not all the time. I think it's just like, I think it's the heat. I honestly think it's the heat. I do so much better when it's cold out. I really do. And that's why I don't know how people who have summer babies, especially like in July and August, like you guys are champs. Like anybody who has a summer baby, like my sister, my nephew was born in August. My sister's a July baby. My nephew is born in August. I don't know how females do it in August or I mean, in the heat. I really don't. But on that note, yeah, today, now that I've got the fridge clean, and it makes me feel so happy. Like just cleaning out the fridge and reorganizing it to where, I know what's in there, better that I know what's in there, makes me so happy. And I'm one of those people, like once I start something, I don't stop. And that's what's really hard for me in pregnancy. That's why I get myself so worn out, because I don't understand. My OCD, once I start cleaning something, does not understand the concept of you have to stop and rest. And that's not good. Like, I know when to take breaks, but I'm more like hydrate and keep going, because it's so hard for me to stop in the middle of cleaning. It always has been. If I sit down, it's like this. It's like if I start cleaning something and then I sit down to rest for 5 seconds, I end up resting for a lot longer, and then I get more tired. So I'd rather just push through it and push through the tiredness or whatever, or worn outness. I know. There's a limit. I should listen to my body and not push myself being pregnant, because I could push myself into a dangerous situation. I understand this, but trust me, these babies are not going anywhere for a while. I'm pretty sure they're kind of stuck in there for a while. But like I said, Tuesday's my doctor's appointment. They're going to do a cervix check. So obviously I know that nothing is, I know my body well enough to know that I'm fine. How about that? But other than that, I'm not going to make this a 20-minute day one video. I may or may not talk later. I may or may not talk tomorrow. But Tuesday's my doctor's appointment. And you know the drill. Probably can't film. Probably will forget to film. Probably won't film. But on that note, until later, I will talk to you guys. Bye. Hello, and welcome to the evening of Tuesday, October 18th, after my doctor's appointment. It is 8:30 at night, and I am finally home in bed for the night. It's this late, yes, because from this morning at like 8:15 when I got up, and then we just got home about half an hour ago. Why? Because it was just a long day. Well, okay, so doctor's appointment. So, had an ultrasound and my checkup for me both today. My appointment was at 1 p.m. Got in, checked in, got back to the ultrasound thing really, really fast. Thought the ultrasound was going to be really, really long. Thought it was going to be like the cervix check with like checking out everything about the babies. No, it was just like they had specific measurements that they had to get, so it was actually a really, really fast appointment. Like they had to get the skulls, and I think like the stomach and one of the baby's hands that they couldn't get last time. So it was a very fast ultrasound appointment. And then after the ultrasound, I had to wait for the doctor. The tech, I don't know, like it felt forever for the doctor to come in and talk to me, because I was like, okay, did the tech say wait in this room? Did she say I'm good to go? Did she say I'm being put into the doctor's office to be talked to? I don't know. So finally, I had to go to the bathroom so bad. So as soon as I used the bathroom, then the doctor was like, "Oh, hi, okay, cool." And I love my doctor, by the way. She's so nice. She's so funny. We were talking about how the babies look great. They're right on track. They're measuring great. My blood pressure was a little elevated today. It was 140/80, but that's only because I had coffee today. I had 2 cups of coffee today, and I had an afternoon appointment. So I knew going into my appointment, I warned them before they took my blood pressure, it's going to be slightly elevated because I had coffee. So that way, they weren't going to look at it and then the doctor said, well, you had slightly elevated at your 16-week appointment. I said, I might have had coffee that day. I don't know. I said, I probably didn't sleep the night before. And I was probably really, really anxious to make the appointment because I thought I was going to sleep through my alarm. So, but anyways, so the doctor was saying how she doesn't feel comfortable scheduling me every 3 weeks out, and she just wants to see me bi-weekly now. And I'm like, I thought I was going weekly anyways. And she said, well, not yet, but probably after this next appointment. So I'm confused because I'm like, that's what she said last time. So either way, I just basically get scheduled and I show up. I don't know if I'm going weekly or not. It's a surprise at this point. So anyways, trying to schedule the appointment for my next appointment was a pain because I only had between 9 and 2. And they said, well, can you do a 9:30? I said, perfect. So we tried to schedule for Tuesday, November 1st at 9:30. And then I went downstairs for my appointment and everything looked great. Talked about my indigestion that I've been having. And she said, try Pepside, whatever it's called. And because it works better than Tums, which is great because I can go get that. But babies, let me find my thingy. I think my thingies. Oh, I might have put it away. Oh, my ultrasound pictures. So I didn't get very many ultrasound pictures. Baby C was not cooperating always. Because baby C, literally, it's so, if, baby C is basically sitting right on my uterus, right on my bladder. So baby C is pretty much hiding behind the other 2 babies. And, I think baby C is a girl. And she's so low and hiding behind not only the other 2 babies, but also my bladder or my uterus or whatever. So she's in a weird position. They don't get very many pictures of her. They got the measurements that they needed, but for picture wise, they couldn't get any. So I only have a few pictures today. I only have baby A and B. So the first 2 here are baby B. If you guys can see that. I mean, I know that's not the best picture. But those 2 are baby B. These 2 are baby A. That's just the head. Oh, and 2 of the babies had super chubby cheeks. It was so cute. So cute. And then this is baby B's foot. And head. So baby B is still measuring the biggest. I think, let's see if I can remember right. Baby B was 24 weeks and 6 days at 1 pound, 14 ounces. And then baby A was the second biggest at 24 days and 24 weeks and 4 days at, I think, 1 pound, 10 ounces. And baby C is the smallest at 24.2. And that one was 103 or 109, something like that. But yeah, so far in my entire pregnancy, because I'm 25 weeks, I looked at the thing. So far, I've only gained 12 pounds, which isn't bad. It feels like I've gained 50 so far, but I've only gained 12 pounds, which is really, it's weird because it's with triplets, you would think I would gain more by this point, but I'm happy that I've only gained 12 pounds. They don't seem concerned. So as long as the doctors don't seem concerned, they said the babies are perfectly healthy and their heart rates are strong. They're, all of their organs, their brain, everything is developing perfectly. So since they don't have any concerns, then I'm not really that concerned. And it's really great mentally for me because my starting weight, since I quit my other job, and I basically did nothing but sit around my house for a lot. I wasn't working. I wasn't like, I won't say working out. I was eating more and not doing anything but sitting on my butt all the time. So it feels like I've gained 50 pounds, but considering my starting weight was like 174, 175, yeah, 12 pounds makes sense. Because I keep seeing the numbers, like I'm 185 now, and I keep seeing the numbers, and I'm like, oh my God, I am huge. But I also have to realize that a lot of that is 3 placentas, 3 babies, the boobs, I mean, everything else. So you minus all that, yeah. So that's really good. But going downstairs, everything is great with me. They did ask me about some of the blood work. If I've had certain blood work done, I said, not yet. So I said, well, they wanted me to do this blood work. And they said, okay, well, we could do it down here. So basically what I got is a CBC today, a 1-hour glucose test because they didn't have enough time to do the full glucose test. They just did a blood glucose test. And then I got some other blood work today. It was 4 vials, but it was 1 test, if that makes sense. So instead of doing blood work upstairs and downstairs, they just did all downstairs, got it out of the way. And then we left. Well, that's what I was going to say. So when I was downstairs, we booked the appointment. It is on the 27th, I think, is my next appointment. I have it all written down. I'll probably end up telling you guys this later because I can't remember at the moment. But basically, we went outside. We were going to take the bus. We had to take the bus because my mom was busy at the moment, and I didn't. We took the bus. But while we were waiting for the bus, they called me back upstairs. So they called me back upstairs because apparently what they had scheduled me for on November 1st, they had to cancel that one because they have to schedule me for next week because I need the glucose test. Oh, I need an echo scan. That's it. An echocardio scan for the babies. If you never had one, it's basically where they measure the baby's hearts and look at them deeply and just make sure everything's developing really well. Because, I mean, they can tell that the baby's heart rates are developing really well and normally, and they can tell by the heart rates. But this way, they can do a full-on echo scan, if that makes sense. You guys can Google that a little bit better than I can explain it. I mean, it's 8:30 at night. It's actually 8:40 now, and I've been going all day. So my coffee has worn out like 2 to 3 hours ago. So I'm on like crashing fast mood. But I wanted to tell you guys this before I woke up tomorrow and just space everything off. But anyway, so I went back in, got all this stuff scheduled. So basically, my next appointment is the 25th. I go October 25th. I go back on October 22nd or 27th. So I have the echo scan. I have the echo scan on the 27th. I have the glucose test on the 25th. Then I go back on November, I don't really remember what she said, November 9th. November 9th is my next ultrasound, which is Airlie's birthday, my daughter's birthday, my 9-year-old's birthday. So she'll be turning 10 on November 9th, and that's my next doctor's appointment. But I gave my mom the printout because at this point in my pregnancy, I can't even keep up with my own appointments. This is why I get them to print something out. I write it in my phone. I write it on my calendar because at this point, I'm like, but they weren't going to do the full glucose test on me because she said that she can tell with the baby's development and everything else that everything's fine. But she said, well, we'll go ahead and do one. Because they were going to wait to do one, but she said, why don't we just do one and get it out of the way? Because she's now at the point, my doctor is now at the point where she realizes I'm 25 weeks, and the way her look on her face was like, oh, the babies, it's getting really close to November, and once I get into November, the babies could almost come at any time. That's the way her look looked like, but it changes every doctor's appointment. Sometimes she's like, oh yeah, the babies are fine, they'll make it to December. And then other times she's like, but she did mention one thing today. She did kind of say that as we get closer to November, or like well, as we get closer to November. That's like next week. But I mean, as we get into November, she's going to start looking at when to schedule a C-section for in December. Because the way the babies are looking as of right now, it's basically where they are a week, maybe a week a half behind a single pregnancy. So that's not that bad, which is really not that bad. Oh, what I did learn, by the way, about babies is the reason why they're not concerned about gestational diabetes in me, not because I asked them about this. I said, well, my hands, my face, and my feet are not swollen. I don't really crave sugar, and I don't really pee. Like, I don't feel like I have to pee and then don't pee. The only time I feel like I have to pee and then don't pee is when I can tell one of the babies, like today, I felt like I had to pee, but I didn't really pee that much because they told me that 2 babies were head down and both of them were on my bladder. Hence, that makes sense why I felt like I had to pee, but I couldn't really pee. But, she said that, since I have 3 babies and they're literally like right on track, or they're like literally like almost as big as like a single baby, then she wants to make sure that, I don't know. But I'm not concerned. They're not concerned. It's like every time I go there, and I know I've said this before in my vlogs, but it's like, it's so amazing how like every time I go there, I swear it's like she's shocked that I'm so healthy and that the babies are so healthy. I don't know if that's because the last time she had triplets, like that person was like really high risk and had gestational diabetes or had preeclampsia, but it's as if like they're shocked that I'm healthy and the babies are healthy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being crazy, but I'm just like, of course, like everything. I've had healthy babies. I mean, my stillborn was a freak accident, and then, Cora was early, but that was, I don't know, that was a freak accident. So she just wanted to be born 6 weeks early. So, but yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on today. I have an appointment on the 25th, appointment on 27th, appointment on November 9th. I'm sure next week when I go, that could all possibly change. But yeah, today was actually a pretty fast appointment day, which is kind of nice. And I'm pretty much getting to the point now where I know they don't know me by name. They pretty much know me by face. I'm the famous triplet mom now. Or we're like the famous triplet couple now. It's so funny. But yeah, other than all that, the other reason why I'm crashing today is because I am so stressed out. I mean, you guys saw my 24-week vlog. You guys could tell I'm stressed out. I'm still stressed out, and that's, I sound speedy because I'm trying to get this out, and the coffee is still kind of kicked in, but I bet you anything, as soon as I turn off this camera, I'm going to be out in like probably an hour. I am so tired. I'm tired, but I'm wired, if that makes sense. On the note, so yeah, that was my doctor's appointment. Those were the ultrasounds, and I can tell you more in detail probably later when I get my paperwork because I put it all away. But yeah, I'm 185 pounds. I've only gained, oh, that's what I was going to say about the poundage. So upstairs, I was 185, and then in a few hours, I swear I peed like 5 pounds out, because when I went downstairs to get my weight, it was 184. So it says I lost a pound. Whatever. I'm around that. I've gained 12 pounds. We'll put it that way. So, which seems really tiny, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've gained more weight being pregnant with one person than with 3. Oh, that's another thing I was going to say before I let you guys go, as I ramble on. No, I have this dress that I wore when I was pregnant with my daughter Cora, around this time, because I went to, this free thing at the library. The library had this free haunted house in the basement in Wilmington, and they don't do it anymore, unfortunately. I wish they did. It was awesome. But I wore this hippie dress. I was like a mod, a hippie or whatever, for Halloween. And I'm going to wear that dress either on the 25th or 27th. And it's funny because I feel like I'm smaller with 3 babies than I was with 1 baby, if that makes sense. It's like I'm waiting for that moment where all of a sudden, poof, there it is, and I'm huge. I may not. This could be the freak pregnancy where I'm having triplets and my belly stays really small. I mean, every single pregnancy is different. And, you know, But on that note, that's today. And I'm going to go ahead and probably eat. Oh, I had dinner. I was just thinking if I wanted to eat anything else, because now it's getting up to 9 o'clock and I really don't want to eat because then I'll have indigestion all night. But on that note, until either tomorrow or later on this week, I will see you guys later. Bye. But hello, and welcome to a really weird angle, and my hair is doing weird things. Don't even ask. Today is Friday, October 21st, and I'm sitting here eating cereal. It's like, what time is it? It's 1:18 p.m. And I got woken up because finally the lady that I've been waiting for to call about help with our electric bill has called. So I'm just waiting to hear back from her on yes or no. Anyways, so pregnancy related. So basically, well, it's sort of pregnancy related. I guess this is a pregnancy vlog, right? So I had to tell her something pregnancy related. No, at night I've been keeping my phone charged or plugged in the bathroom, in my bathroom. In our bathroom. Let's just face it, I use it more than Jim does. But anyways, in the bathroom window, because it does get more bars than the living room window, which is really weird. My point is that when I heard my phone ring, I had to get the phone and go running outside because I get reception better outside. And I was like, okay, well, no, I did not slip or fall. No, I did not slip or fall. But from running from one side of the house to outside and then back inside to get a pen and then back outside, yeah, my lower abdomen area has cramps. Not like bad cramps. It's just more of that, like, you just woke up, you're dehydrated, you need to drink something, eat something. So, yes, cereal it is. I was going to make eggs because I really want eggs, but I'm too lazy to actually get the pan down and spray the pan and make eggs. Cereal is. But, yesterday I recorded a part of the pregnancy vlog, that I actually, going back over it, decided that I'm going to put into a whole separate video. I have some videos I may or may not upload. I'll probably upload them like way later, probably after the babies are born. But they are pregnancy and anxiety videos, and I started to talk on the topic of being pregnant with anxiety, and I didn't get that far. And I didn't know if I should upload them as its own separate video or if I should upload them at all, because a lot of the things are really kind of personal. Does that make sense? Well, I'm putting my information out there anyways for you guys, so it's not like, excuse me, that personal. It's just like, it's too much for what I'm trying to go for on my pregnancy vlogs, if that makes any sense. Point is, I have 3 kind of like forgotten pregnancy anxiety videos, if that makes any sense, that I'm going to upload, like I said, after the babies are born, because right now there's still anxiety and stuff going on. I don't know how to explain it, but basically I have a video eventually in the works of forgotten things that I forgot to put in my vlogs that are strictly anxiety topics. Oh my god, I can't even talk anymore. See, this is how my head is. Because I'm so, like, stressed out and ADHD and confused because it's Friday. Jim gets paid today. Jim did start a new job just because the roofing, he loved being a roofer, but it was very inconsistent between the weather and just not having a vehicle. Yeah, so not having a vehicle. Our vehicle is getting fixed. My mom's neighbor decided that he's just going to go ahead and fix it for Jim, and then Jim will just pay him back, which is kind of nice because we do need a vehicle. One, it will free up my mom, like, massively. Then Jim can take me to my own doctor's appointments. And even if he just takes me there and drops me off, my mom can actually pick me up afterwards. That's fine. It's just like, without having a car, it was kind of impossible. So for the past couple nights, Jim has been sleeping at my mom's, because he has to work in town. But so that has been slightly a stressful thing too, because now we have to start all over with a new job and everything else. But hopefully It'll be more stable. It should be more stable. He already got some hours. He's going to be working. They already put him on the schedule. He went in for an interview on Wednesday, I think it was. And they basically told him, okay, yeah, you're going to start. So, yesterday he worked. Today it's Friday, so he worked. Maybe it was Tuesday he went in. Might have been Wednesday. I don't even know when he went in. But basically he's been working for a few days now. And so far he likes it. It's back to being in the kitchen. What he loves to do, which is cook. But he's working 2 different places by the same owner. So he's stressed because he has to learn all these other menus and stuff. All these new menus and stuff. And since he's been doing this for like 20 plus some years, it's not like he can't do it. It's just, you know how, if you guys have ever worked in a restaurant, just starting a new restaurant and then learning the menu, it's hard. Especially when you work back at the house, learning all the new techniques and where everything is, like you're walking and where everything is on the line. Sorry, there's a gnat flying around me, but, yeah. Anyways, on today's topic, I don't really have much to say, except for the cramps from this morning, from running back and forth in the house. My stress is still there, but it's starting to slow down. I think finally getting hold of that lady really helped. I'm not out of the woods yet. Probably by next Friday, I should be a little bit better. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So next week I will be 26 weeks pregnant, and I have 2 doctor's appointments next week. So I told my mom as soon as they booked my appointments this past Tuesday, I went ahead and told her that I'm going to be the problem child this coming up week. Now, if we get the car fixed this weekend, that'd be great, but we still have to get plates and tags because plates and tags are expired. So we still have to figure out how to get to the DMV to get plates and tags. And you would think that would be easy. Well, trying to do that between Jim's new work schedule and mom with my sister's kids, we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I say we, it's mostly he will figure it out. But once we take care of all that, then things will be fine. But next Tuesday I go for a glucose test, and then next Thursday I go for an echocardio, whatever the hell it is. So the glucose test won't be very long. I don't know if I'm going to film it or not. I say this in all my pregnancy vlogs. And then the echogram, I'm sure I can't film because that's going to be like the ultrasound to check the baby's hearts and make sure they're all fine. Every time we go to an ultrasound, though, their hearts are just going. So they are definitely healthy. And rolling over at night is really fun. I'm not super big yet, which is great, but it's just rolling over at night. Like now it's getting cooler outside, and since our heater in our house doesn't really work, it works, but it doesn't get above a certain temperature. So it basically gets the house warm, but not like warm enough to where it's going to take the chill out of the air at like 4 a.m. type. That 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. or 3 a.m. to like 5 a.m. like coldness. Yeah. And our bedroom's like super pitch black because I have blackout curtains. So it stays pretty cool. My point is the fact that the animals, the other night, Jim was at my mom's house sleeping and the animals were all curled up with me. And I'm like, dude, like, okay, one, I appreciate you guys sleeping next to me, but I roll over so much when I sleep. I've always been a restless sleeper, and now being pregnant, it's like you try to figure out the belly. It's a fun challenge. I do have a maternity pillow. I don't like it. It's weird, and I don't feel like buying one of those really expensive, like really fancy, expensive pregnancy pillows that are out there because I'm not going to be pregnant for that much longer. And, I don't want to buy it and then give it away to somebody. Plus the pregnancy pillow that I have, I can always put at my, headboard and make sure like our pillows are actually sitting up, if that makes sense. And not like our bed doesn't go like away from the wall. I don't know how to explain it, but that, and I like our pregnancy pillow anyways, because the pregnancy pillow that I have, is good for breastfeeding. It like curls around your body. So, well, I'll figure that out later. But right now, I can sleep. Once I get to sleep, I'm fine. It's just taking me a while to get to sleep. On that note, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. I don't know if that's stress related or if the fact that the babies are growing so big that like I just am not hungry. Um, so it's hard to like right now you can tell I've had took one bite of my cereal since I've been talking to you guys in the past 10 minutes. But I need to eat. So that's really the only thing is that I don't want to eat, but I need to eat, so I force myself to eat. You know? So there is that. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I don't feel like eating, but I need to, so let's find something to eat. And I do have apples in the fridge, so I need to eat. Speaking of which, I might make those for dinner. I'm not really sure. Anyways, on the note, yep, today is Friday, and my cat's doing something weird again, and tomorrow's the last day of 25 weeks. 2 doctor's appointments next week, and then I'm off for a week. I think I'm off for a week, and then I go on April 9th, which is a Wednesday, which is my daughter's birthday. So the next few weeks are going to be really, really fun because it's going to be Halloween, my birthday's coming up, Airley's birthday's coming up, Jim's birthday's coming up, my niece's birthdays are coming up, and then all of a sudden it'll be December before we know it. Oh, well, Thanksgiving's in there somewhere, but then it'll be December before we know it, and then the babies will be here, and then it'll be Christmas. So I figured out I have about 8 to 9 weeks left, give or take. And when I say that, I'm getting in my head where I'm like 8 to 9 weeks, I'm so ready. But at the same time, I'm really nervous. I think right now I'm getting ready because I'm just like, I'm just now starting to get tired of being pregnant, if that makes any sense. Like, it took me till last night when I was trying to get comfortable in bed to finally be over being pregnant. Almost. I think it's just mostly the fact that I get winded so fast. I can't put on my left sock unless I'm like sitting in bed and I curl up my leg a certain way. Showering like my feet or shaving I can still shave my legs, but shaving other parts, girly parts, is a little challenging. Washing my feet is a challenge in the shower. And then just doing pretty much anything when you get winded or if you bend down a certain way. Yeah. But I still have a few weeks. They can stay in there until December. So I'm not asking them to come out. No, they need to stay in there until December. So until tomorrow, later on today, or next week, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. All right. It is now 5:46 p.m. on Friday. And I wanted to come back on here because I said either I would come back on here either later on today or tomorrow. It's still week 25, by the way, in case you guys are keeping up, or in case you guys lost track. So this is probably the second, maybe the third time in my entire pregnancy where I am so massively wiped out. I just don't want to get out of bed today. I am so incredibly tired. I had the bowl of cereal that I was eating with you guys earlier, which I did end up eating the rest of it after I stopped the camera. And I'm so lazy, I decided to not make my chicken that I was supposed to make because I just don't feel like it. And then I found out I don't have one of the ingredients. Like, I'm out of ginger, which is weird because I don't know how I'm out of ginger. But it is one of those ingredients that I use, like, a lot of. I do have ginger tea. I wonder if I could just put that into... Anyways, my point is I decided to make frozen lasagna instead and put that in about 3:30. So that way about 4 o'clock it would be done. So, watched the rest of what I was watching on YouTube and fell asleep. Yes, that's where I was getting at, is that I went back to sleep. I went to sleep until my oven went off, telling me that the lasagna is done. So I turned off the oven, kept the lasagna in the oven, fell back to sleep. And now it is 5:48 p.m. So I just woke up for the second time today. And I hate taking naps. I don't know if I've ever said that I hate taking naps. I'm pretty sure I did in my first trimester that I hate taking naps. But I hate taking naps because whenever I wake up from a nap, I feel like I'm more groggy. Right now, I'm trying to... I decided to not stay in my bedroom and to come out into the living room. So I am trying to turn on my VCR somehow, I think. so I can watch a movie. And I don't know what movie to watch. But I did manage to make myself a salad. The lasagna's done, so I'm going to eat dinner because as tired as I am, I really don't want to eat anything at all. I just want to sleep straight through to tomorrow, which is not good. And I know this is normal. So this is not an anxiety or depression thing. This is perfectly normal in pregnancy. You do get tired. Especially when I only have like, give or take 8, 9 weeks to go. I'm in pretty much what they consider the third trimester. So I'm trying to look at all my movies. I'm trying to find a movie that I want to watch, and I'm not really sure which one, because I really want to watch Gone with the Wind, but I'm not really up to watching a 3-hour movie. And I'm kind of bored with my Halloween movies right now. Kind of want to watch The Goonies, actually, to tell you the truth. I do own Hocus Pocus, I think. I know I own Hotel Transylvania, the first one, but not really sure. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here. I'll probably end up finding a movie, sitting out here, eating my salad, eating some lasagna. I will take my drugs. Which I'm about to do as soon as actually, you know what? Let's take you guys with me, and we're going to go take my drugs. I like to tell people when I take my drugs, just because, one, is accountability. 2, then at least I have somebody, whether it's you guys or not, that tells me, yes, you did take your pills for the day, which is kind of nice because as ADHD as I am, and there has been, I know this is a weird angle, there's been 1 or 2 times that I forgot to take my drugs, my prenatals and everything. Prenatals. In my pregnancy. So I'm trying to, if I tell somebody, even if I tell my mom, or even if I just tell Jim, even though he's at work, at least it's somebody who can sit there and say, yes, you did take them, so I'm not questioning myself. Or I can look back on this video later on and say, did I take my drugs? And I'm like, I did take my drugs. You would think that taking medication every single day for pregnancy, you would not forget. Oh, it's amazing how your pregnancy brain works. And I hate taking these pills because one of them always disintegrates so fast. And I can't put water in my mouth first and then throw the pills in and then swallow them. So it's like I always have to drink a massive amount of water to swallow the pills so that it doesn't stick to my tongue or my throat when I'm swallowing them. But I don't know. That's pretty much what I wanted to come on here and say is I hate taking naps. I took a nap today. I'm still really tired. I'm still groggy. I know it's normal because it's considered the third trimester and you're going to be tired and you're going to be groggy. And I know, from this whole past week, from last week to this week, just being so mentally stressed out and mentally drained, I know that my body is you need to rest. And I'm one of those people. I hate taking naps. I hate resting because I find it useless because you do wake up. Well, for me anyways, I hate taking naps because I wake up groggy each time. But it's there's things that I was going to do around the house today. I did do the litter box, which I know you guys, I know I'm not supposed to do the litter box. Guess what? If you are pregnant and you have cats and you live alone, you're going to have to do it too. I wear a mask and I open the back door so it's well ventilated, and when Jim's not here, and I'm not going to let it build up until he's here. If I do it every single day, and it's mostly just a pee, do your own research. I did my own research, and I found a couple articles that said it's safe as long as you're not physically handling the poop. And it was just pee today in the litter box. I know that there's particles that could float up in the air, but that's why you wear a mask. But let's face it, there are people out there who are pregnant, who own cats, who do not have anybody else to take care of their cats, who have to change their litter box. And instead of getting rid of their cats, because that's just completely nonsense, so don't come at me for cleaning my litter box. But I did do that today. And I did put the laundry in the washing machine. And I did put a new trash bag in my trash can. I think that's the only 3 things I did today. I didn't do the dishes, which is a daily thing, but I just didn't want to. And I did not pick up the dog toys to sweep the living room. Yeah, but anyways, on the note, I'm going to go ahead and eat my salad before bugs get in it. I mean, I live out in the woods and my door is open. Of course, bugs are going to fly. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to eat my salad, eat some lasagna, watch a movie, hopefully stay up for a few more hours and then go back to sleep. Hopefully tomorrow I will wake up a lot more well rested and refreshed. Positive note. The lady who I've been trying to call like for 2 weeks to help with the electric bill did help us out and pay what she could on it. So that helps immensely. We just owe the rest of it, which is easily going to be paid like next week. So that's a huge stress relief. I just wanted to come on here and say that. I don't know if that's why I was so tired. No, not a bug. Anyways, until tomorrow or later on. Okay, bye.